Malob akab titulak lesh. Good night to everyone. Today we'll be speaking of the Alux, one of the Yucatec Maya legends. Alux singular, Aluxo plural. Some people might also call them Aluxes. Now, the first thing we need to clarify is that an Alux is not a Nukuchtat or Tata Duende. So a Tata Duende and Alux are two completely different spirits. There are people that might call both of them Duende, which create a confusion. And there are some people that when they tell stories, they might take elements of one and give it to another one, and also they might even include characteristics of goblins of the Europeans and mix it with the local ones, creating more confusion. But the easiest way to know the difference is one, their size. A Nukuchtat or Tata Duende is around 3 to 4 feet tall, while an Alux is only around 1 feet, so they are smaller. An Alux is smaller. Another difference is the way how they're dressed. An Alux is normally dressed with a loincloth, as the way how the ancient Maya dressed, while a Nukuchtat or Tata Duende is normally dressed with a tunic, a white tunic, or dressed like a milpero, a Maya milpero during the colonial period. So they look completely different. Another thing is the Nukuchtat or Tata Duende is very serious while doing their job, while the Alux, they like to play around, they like to do pranks, and they like to play with children. They're very playful, and normally children are the ones that see them more often. Why? Because children are pure, they're innocent. And since the Alux is not a bad spirit, they are able to see them and they interact, they play around, etc. Now, the Alux was created with a purpose. In the old days, a Maya priest was the one that created the Alux. He take it to a house, present it to all the members of the house, and they used to give it to the family. The Alux is the one that used to take care of the house, of the milpa, and normally the male or the grandfather was the one that did the offerings of sakab, which is a Maya drink, to the Alux. What happened is that as time went, a lot of these people died, and the belief on the Alux disappeared. That respect to the Alux disappeared due to religion. So this Alux stayed without a purpose, without an owner, without something to do. So they're just roaming around in the bush or in certain houses. And for this reason, when people go and they start to build a house or they buy a house without knowing the history of the place, they encounter these little spirits that they start to hide stuff, play around, and maybe even try to scare you once and then. But they do this because they want your attention. And that's when you give an offering of sakab, which is a Maya drink. There are some people that might give sweets. Others would call a Maya priest, a man, to do a little ritual to calm them down. There are some that might call even a pastor or a priest. But whatever they do, the Alux won't go away, because that is their house, that is their home. So we will die and they will still be there roaming. There are some people that do a certain ritual to call the Alux to go to their milpa. And they do this because they want the Alux to help them. The Alux will help them to grow the crops, to scare animals that will want to eat the crops, to scare thieves that want to steal. So they have a purpose. But we need to respect the spirits. It's not good to call their name out loud because you can wake them up very grumpy. And also, it's not good to insult them. Insulting them can make them mad, and things won't get good. Like anything, like any faith, any religion, is good to respect these spirits, respect other people's religion, respect other people believe. Respect is very important, and the spiritual world is something that we should respect. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video of the Alux Hach Yung Botik.